hope you had a beautiful weekend. So I am back in the garden. I've got a bit more inspiration, went to the nursery and picked up a few veggies to add to the garden beds. As I said, things are quite slow, but things are looking up. My pathways are just full to the brim with life. We've got flowers, lettuce, coriander, parsley, and a whole bunch of weeds in there, so the pathways are thriving. I've got this bed pretty much bare, which I'm thinking I've actually left the, this is where the eggplants were, so this was an eggplant and this was a Lebanese eggplant, and then the capsicums and the paprika chilies. I kind of left them in because, I don't know, I was hoping that, you know, I'd get a head start for next season. I think I'm going to pull this eggplant out at least. I've cut these back a fair bit, so they're not going to do much at the moment anyway, so I'm going to keep them in. If I see that they've totally lost colour, I'll pull them out as well, but I'm going to just try and put in, I just got like a broccoli and a Romanesco seedling, so I'm going to try and put those in between here. And then I've got like some silver beet and some wild rocket that I'm going to put at that end as well. I've also got some rocket behind me that's popping up now, and there's some peas that are coming up, so my pea journey is always a tricky one and they're always getting eaten, but at the moment it's always, you know, third, fourth go, it seems to work. So they are finally doing okay. I've got some over here and just some behind me, so the peas will hopefully start climbing up the trellis, and behind me I've got yeah, some rocket and some radishes as well, which will be popping up soon. I can see the little heads poking up, so things are waking up already, which is crazy. But I'm just going to pull this one out. It's actually quite big. I'm going to have to stand up. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have pulled this one out. It feels so healthy. That's a strong root system. Bugger. Yeah, it's still green in there. Oh well. In a cool climate, you know, like if I get a couple of frosts, these will just die. And they grew quite quickly anyway, so it's probably not a whole lot needed, but just clearing it a little bit is good. So I'm just going to pull that one out, and maybe that paprika chili at least. Well, I should have left that one. That is real strong. I'm going to try and replant that. It probably won't work, but I might try and put that somewhere else. Same with this one. Hard to know. Could leave that one in. See how we go. Just use this stake to keep it upright because it's leaning over. Okay, and then we've got this eggplant. Just keep it upright a bit more and see how they go. So I'm going to keep that one eggplant. We've said goodbye to you, keeping in those two for now. So what have we got? I have another broccoli, which is looking quite sad, and a Romanesco. So last year I actually had so many Romanesco plants, it was crazy, and so I just assumed that I'd have a whole bunch just self-seeding and everywhere in the beds, but everything's been a little bit slow, so I thought I'd just pick up a Romanesco seedling because I'm planning on doing some pickling, and I feel like a Romanesco would look really, really cool in a pickle, in some pickled veg. So I'm gonna plant that one. Where should I do it? Might do the Romanesco here right next to this. That's another, that was the fairy tale eggplant. Bugger. Pulling everything out, you poor babies. Alright, I don't think that fairy tale eggplant's going to survive. It was really cute, but they were so little, which is why I guess I should have left it in there just in case it worked on itself, but it looks like it's dying. I think that one's a lost cause. Alright, I'm going to keep that little marigold in there and just snuggle it in right next to it, and then I'm just going to put this broccoli, which is a green dragon. So hopefully it has a nice big head and has some nice good side shoots. So we'll pop the green dragon here. Oh, I've just spotted a little bit of moss. I actually just read the other day that moss absorbs 4 times the amount of CO2 than trees do, which is really cool. So if you see some moss, leave it there in your garden because it's good. So I've just got some silver beet here, and usually I would single them out because there's about 3 plants or so in each cell. Yes, I think I'm just going to pop them in each cell just as they are, because I do like seeing the multiple colours in the one kind of plant, and it's just more lush and things like that. While the garden's looking bare, sometimes they're the things that just make it look a little bit more full. So I've just got 4 here, and I'm just going to go ahead and plant them. Need to top these beds up a wee bit. We've got all that soil on the driveway, so just need to top them up a little bit and put some mulch on, I reckon. They're a little bit low. It's crazy how often and how much the soil drops, the soil levels. Okay, so that's a nice little start to freshen up these beds for now. We just went away for the weekend just for a quick trip down to the, or up, down, across, across to the Great Ocean Road. We went to Port Fairy and some of the local area, and on the way back, I think we stopped through Narracourt. We stopped through Narracourt on the way home and went to a gorgeous nursery, which I love. It has a cute cafe. I can't remember the name, but I'll show you some of the footage of our little trip and some of the plants we picked up, which I'm going to just pop over and add to that front garden perennial bed that we started last week. So yeah, we just picked up a few more grasses and ground covers, and yeah, I'll show you some of our weekend trip away on the very bottom end, closest to South Australia, of the Great Ocean Road. This is our little cabin. I forgot to share last night because we were quite tired. This is at the caravan park and it's pet friendly, isn't it, Kalina? That's pretty cool. Woo! The heater was really good. I guess because it's a small space, but it was nice. And I don't know about the cabinet colour, but you know, lively. Spacious bathroom for a cabin. And oh, actually, this was the body wash, which was quite nice as well. And it also fronts to a beautiful like river. Yeah, it's really nice. And they've got some cooking things as well. We just got Thai takeaway last night, which was pretty good. Yeah, and now we're ready to go. Just a quick night. Where are we going now, baby?
We might go check out the beach, but it's bloody cold.
It is so cold. It says it's 5 degrees.
Get some breakfast.
Yeah. So this is the Port Fairy Beach. It actually looks really, really nice. The phone isn't picking up how nice it looks, but it's really clear and nice soft sand. Can't go past a garden centre without stopping in. Cutest little like garden gumboot, and they're fluffy inside. And they've got pink ones, but they didn't have my size. these are the plants that we picked up from the nursery. So I'm just gonna add them to this perennial garden that we just started last week. Which, yeah, I said I was gonna keep on growing with, and of course I found a few more to add. So we've got a few grasses and a few ground covers. So I've got penny centum, which is, or fountain grass, which has like these fluffy tops. They kind of look like little tails, and I think this is like a variegated looking variety, maybe, I'm not sure, but it's really, really cool. So I'm excited to put those in. So then I've got a Dianella, which has these beautiful purple like bell flowers, and it's the only one I have, so might need to add more, but it's a start, and it will add a bit more color because I was really hoping for a bit of the purple, especially with the lavender and things like that. And then I've got a trailing lotus plant, which has these gorgeous like fiery red flowers. They almost look like, oh my gosh, what's that flower called? Sturt desert pea. Like they're like a little micro mini version. They remind me of sturt desert pea anyway. And so it's like another trailing plant with, yeah, these beautiful little fiery looking flowers. And then we've got Myoporum, which has, this one has white flowers. You can get it in like purple or pink flowers as well. And it's again another trailing plant. So I feel like you could probably just find this anywhere and take some cuttings because it grows like crazy. And yeah, just taking a few leaves off, popping it in water and some soil, I feel like it would work. I've got to give it a go once these guys get settled in their new home. So yeah, this is another beautiful ground cover that has some flowers. So I'll add the ground covers to the front and then the grasses somewhere through the mid and back. It's all right.
Oh, check out that root.
So I have the lamandra over here and the blue fescue fluffy kind of plant over here. So similar to that, we've got this one, the fountain kind of plant. So I'm thinking break that up and have those here, have that one here. That one's nice and green and lush, and then we'll have the Dianella over here because it's a little bit similar leaves to that one. So just breaking it up a little bit, but all in the same kind of section. And these ones have the beautiful purple flowers as well. So that will be really nice because I think these have, like the fluffy bits, have a bit of a golden and purple tinge to it. So I think it will look really pretty once it's done.
Oh, it's just lovely. Itching to get out of its pot. Oh, check out that.
So I'm going to put one of the Myoporums just around here as a ground cover, maybe over that side a bit more because I've got some dichondra here. But yeah, so I've got this beautiful hydrangea, it's like a tree, and it has those cone kind of shaped flowers, and it was on a huge special. I don't know if anyone of you guys saw the Garden Express sale, but it has been in my like Facebook feed for the last couple of weeks. I've just been eyeing it off like, oh, where can I fit that? And I think just over here is the perfect spot. Actually, I do have the little viburnum that is there, so it will look beautiful with the viburnum and the this beautiful hydrangea. So just going to put these last two ground covers in, and yeah, that's about it here. Potentially. One looks a little bit funky. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's a little bit suspect looking. It's got all these little dots and things. So if anyone knows what it is and if it is not good for my soil, let me know because I am going to put it in. But please let me know if it's bad and then I'll rip it out. But hopefully it's all good. Fingers crossed. So I decided I wanted to make some fermented pickles. We'll see how we go. It looks pretty simple. I've done some YouTubing and researching and I think it's pretty fine. It looks like it's just water and a bit of salt, pour it over and that's it. Anyway, we'll do that now and then check back in a week. Hopefully, I think it's like a week, then you can pop them in the fridge. Let's get chopping. They're just so pretty. Aren't radishes just the most aesthetic veggie? So just breaking these up into little sections, however they kind of fall apart. Don't want to make them too small, but nice. So, got some fennel. Not sure how I'm going to cut this. It's a big fennel. Okay. Wow, juicy. Angle. Yum. So that's the fennel. Lastly, we've got beets. So I think this is a candy strapped one, but it is quite old and large. Hopefully it's still good. I freaked out last minute. I wasn't going to measure anything, but then I was like, no, I should measure the water. So just measured the water and it was like 1.8 something grams. So 2% of that is 37 grams. So I'm just going to pop that in so it starts dissolving. And then yeah, once we stuff all the veggies and things, we'll top it off with that nice warm water. So I reckon I'm just going to start going. This will be the mix jar. So we'll put some, start with some, just layering it up really. I have no idea what I'm doing. Can you tell? Just going to put those in. So just packing it in. There. I'm excited. Put a bit in here. I'll pop a tiny bit of fennel in there. The only thing with using pink salt is it gets quite murky and you can't see the bottom, but I think that's quite good. It's just like very lukewarm. So I'll turn that off, let that sit there for a bit more. What have we got? Let's just break a couple of these carrots up just a bit more. We've got a lot of veggies here. Oh my goodness, I haven't even added any fennel. Gosh, and we're full. We're pretty much full. I don't have like fermentation or jar weight thingies, so I've just got this, which hopefully, just do a tester. Yeah, that should fit. So I've got to be conscious that when, because it's quite tight and it's quite a big thing, usually weight would just be a little disc. Filling the water and things, I don't want it to topple over too much. So, you know, I might take that out because it's quite full. Oopsie. All right, so one. Forgot to add the other garlic, so I'll just pop that other little clove at the top there. Okay, so now I've got this one. So this one's gonna be the pink one. We've got the beets, and I actually do have a few collies left, which I'm kind of excited about to be pink anyway, so that's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna pop a couple of those down at the bottom, a couple of the beets at the top. And I've got a few radishes I'll pop in as well. A few other little bits and pieces that we can just kind of slide in. Okay, so we've got the little toppers. I think we're ready to pour. I have these little leaves from the beetroot that I think I'm gonna just place on top, which will hopefully help with keeping the seeds and all the herbs and stuff to the bottom, because once if anything gets above the surface of the water, it can make things go moldy, and that's when things go bad. So hopefully you need to fill everything over the water. Everything needs to be covered in water. So I'm gonna just put one of these leaves on each of them as well. You use cabbage or whatever you have. Take two. Hopefully this time's spill free. All right, that's it. I'm doing it. Closing the lid. Boom. Ooh, how fun. Cool. But hopefully it does the job. So these guys are all jarred up and ready to simmer away and get all fermented and get all those flavors and stuff into them and hopefully get nice and crunchy. I am going to be burping them every day, which basically you just open the lid up and let it breathe, and then that's for about a week, and then I'll pop them in the fridge, and yeah, I'll check back in with you next week, but hopefully I'll be able to try one and let you guys know. I hope you get some sunshine and get into the garden. Have a bloomin'ful week. Bye.